Post up. Here's Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. They're a healthy group. George triggers a three, front rim, rebound Kisper.
Too late.
Idiotic with the assignment to try and guard Paul George. He goes underneath. And his shot is off. Rebound Porzingis. Clippers right now shoot 20% from three. Porzingis trying to go downhill over Ivica Zubac. He misses it.
The Wizards look like they're in that matchup 2-3 zone right now.
It's Paul George getting to the basket, and they're going to count it and one.
If anybody's rolling in the middle of that zone, they have to be touched.
Paul George averaging 19.7 points per game over 29 career games against Washington.
Yeah, and the possession before that, I said if he could become a more consistent three-point shooter, the better off his team would be. Him knocking down that consecutive three-point shot put his team up 8 points.
22-14 is Paul George. It's a nifty lay-in to go down. It's so beneficial just to call up a guy. 20 minutes later, he's got a Wizards uniform on and he's competing. And that's what Devon Dotson's doing right now. As Kawhi Leonard gets a tough bucket.
Because they, as you can see, they can't do nothing with him when he gets 1 to 2 feet into that painted area.
Paul George triggers a three, nothing but net. Gill guarding George. High ball screen for PG. Yeah. He hits a three.
And Porzingis has to get up on that.
Avdia. Baseline drive. Corey Kispert drift. That three-pointer is off. Three-pointer is off. They're shooting 46% from three. It's George. Kisper, that ball was swiped away by the Clippers. Here's George. Good defense there by Avdia as the ball goes out of bounds. We're back here on NBC Sports Washington. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Right now, the Wizards with a 1-point lead with 40 seconds remaining here in the first. As Terrence Mann attacks, he misses. They're going to call a foul on the floor.
He just takes what the defense gives him. If they take that away, he has counters.
Paul George's fader is off the mark. Rebound, Kyle. Pocket pass, too low. The lead, Kyle Kuzma. Challenged by John Wall. Kuz gets it back, and they'll call a foul.
There's that corner.
Drew, when you're trying to play zone like that,
just get him the ball and move out the way.
12 in the quarter as Wall attacks and misses. Here comes Goodwin. Paul George into the body of Kristaps Porzingis, misses and gets his own putback.
Do you think that's a better strategy than trying to contest, even though you're not going to be able to bother the shot for Porzingis?
Some guys are really good, like John Wall happens to be one of them. You see senior knock down the three-pointer.
Trying to create some space. Kick out to Boston Jr. Back to George in the corner. The shot clock is winding down. Rebound Gill.
For those who know.
George misses the three. Rebound Kuzma. Hear the fans chanting Kuz. 17 points in the quarter for Kyle Kuzma as Luke Kennard in. Goodwin gets it right back. How about another corner three? Two for one here for the Clippers as George three is good. All George with 16. 5 seconds remaining here in the half.
Got to get up.
Kyle Kuzma and his 25 points in the first half was an area of concern. Brian Shaw saying they need to do a better job defensively on him. They don't expect him to shoot at that clip in the second half.
Wall picks up his dribble. Zubac to Leonard. Kick out to George. Wide open. Chris Miller, Drew Gooden, Megan McPeak with you here at Capital One Arena. Wizards are back home Monday against the Brooklyn Nets before going out west. Here's another corner three opportunity for Los Angeles, and George cashes in. Goodwin's floater, no call a foul. Corey Kispert. Crowd was on their feet for that one, looking for that three to go down. It's Paul George.
Score there and facilitate, but knock down outside three-point shots.
Wizards now back up, now by 13. There's more senior bodies up to lay in off Abdi. Carl-Anthony's having a conversation now with Dotson and Mann after talking to Morris and Gill. The Wizards get possession. Here's Kuzma as the shot clock was winding down. Dotson with a crossover. Picks up his dribble. There's a steal there by George. Talked to him in the locker room last night. Just wants to be there for his teammates. Turnover there by the Clippers. Wizards currently have won the last 3 straight games on the second night of a back-to-back. Oh, the dream shake by Kyle. Front rims it, though. Clippers come up with it. George. Tough shot taker, tough shot maker.
On that baseline out of bounds play right there.
All right, here's George. 1 second left to Kennard. The three, good. To end the third quarter as the Los Angeles Clippers take their first lead of the game. George, another tough shot over Abdia. George again on the isolation. High off glass. Call a foul on Paul George. Here's Abdia picking up his dribble. Another turnover for Washington. Here's George for 3. Good. Timeout Washington is Paul George. Ball to George. George baseline. The left-hand layup is off. Rebound by George again. And 5 steals. Again, back-to-back nights in which he's had 5 steals. George for 3. Bricks that.
You can see the frustration on Kawhi Leonard's face. I mean, that is almost a layup for him.
John Wall comes up with the steals. The ball's on the floor. And the Clippers come up with it. Denny with 11. 3 for 6 from behind the arc tonight. Here's George. Patience. Paul George with 32. Kyle Kuzma.
There you go. Even deeper than that.
George pokes the ball away. Washington will have it with 9-7. George hits the first. George hits the second. KP airballs that one. Clippers get it. And Denny fouls Paul George, who's not happy. To close out this road trip, they're about to head home to take on Boston. Meanwhile, the Wizards will be home on Monday.
For the next time, well, right before January, the next time you get back in here.
Paul George hits another free throw. And time will wind down here in the fourth quarter as the Los Angeles Clippers come in and beat the Wizards 114 to 107.